Here's a great question for you divorced folks. Thanks for following, by the way. If my soon-to-be ex lied on the stand when being questioned by my attorney and I can prove they were lying, what should I do or can I do? Hi, Rayford Dalton Palmer, STG Divorce Law in Chicago, answering your divorce questions. This one about trial and liars. Well, what you can do is impeach them and use your evidence to show they were lying. You don't jump up and say you're a liar. That's reserved for TV and movies. What happens is if your lawyer is any good, they will probably know it's a lie and they'll have other evidence, documents and testimony from other witnesses to show that your soon-to-be ex was not telling the truth. So it's also important if it's a big lie or little lies, because sometimes little ones or little mistakes or small misrepresentations aren't worth bothering with in a trial. You want to focus on big ticket items that get the judge upset. So it depends. If your lawyer is clueless about it, you want to tell your lawyer about it to make sure they're aware so they can cross-examine and ask questions of your spouse when they're on the stand. You're probably sitting next to them at counsel's table, so you can nudge them and say, hey, that's not true. If your lawyer is any good, they should know things are not true when they're being testified to, because they should know the facts of the case already. But if it's some kind of surprise item, scratch a little note to your lawyer and hand it to them, or elbow them, or tell them during a break, hey, they didn't tell the truth. And your lawyer should be able to cross-examine them or use the testimony of other witnesses to point out that what that person said wasn't true. And then in closing argument, they can point out the discrepancies by saying witnesses A and B said X and the other guy said Y, and we know that isn't true because documents A, B, and C said so also. So that's how you do it. It's either impeachment by prior testimony, that's another way. So either something they said in a sworn deposition or in an affidavit or in a pleading can be used to contradict what they say on the stand, or testimony of other witnesses, or your testimony or documents. So there's a bunch of ways. So thanks for the question. Please keep the questions coming. If you find this content helpful, like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends. Thanks a lot. Take care.